Welcome, Pisces and Soulmate. I am Key, and this is our doorway. So, this is for Sun, Moon, and Rising. Meditating and connecting to Source within myself and outside of myself. To God, Goddess, God, Gaia, Mother, Father. What came to mind is you recognizing that you have passion, and your passion holds promise, not just for the future, but for the now. And you're starting to be that physical embodiment of it. Another thing came to my mind's eye in meditation was a particular crystal. So in the month of March, going into April, it would be a good interest or a good investment to look into purchasing a peridot crystal. That's Peridot crystal. Peridot crystal. This peridot crystal brings healing and it reduces stress. Because when you're in pursuit, a lot of times, like the physical body, it can become very, very strenuous or stressful at moments. And that's the time when you want to feel synchronized and not subdued to stress. So definitely look at purchasing a peridot crystal in the month of March going into April. So let's see what's in store for Pisces and Soulmate. Sun, Moon, and Rising. God. Wow. I even said God anyway. Okay. Even though I prayed, you definitely are becoming more spiritual. Okay. What is the present gift for Pisces? I don't know. So I'm saying not to do that. What present gift for Pisces and Soulmate? What is the present gift for Pisces and Soulmate? What is the present gift for Pisces and Soulmate from March 24th to April 6th? What would take place emotionally, energetically for Pisces and Soulmate? What emotionally, energetically would take place? Woo! Okay. All right. You know what you want to push forward in. That's for sure. What karmically will be a karmic blessing? What is the karmic blessing for Pisces and Soulmate? Karmic blessing for Pisces and Soulmate. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Okay, karmic relationships. Okay. You're seeing that any relationship that resonates with you is having you to really focus on it. It's like karmics are here to teach us a lesson, to teach us what we really want is what we actually want to receive. Now, do we usually give out what we really want all the time? A lot of times we do, but we also have inward passion that we have behind that. So is now calling upon you, Pisces and Soulmate, to ask, what is it that you really want to gain from a relationship? Ah, wow, okay. So we're going to see how that ties into Star Travels with Pisces and Soulmate. What is it that when we give, what do we really want to get back? And a lot of times it's not just the surface. We also want that hidden relationship too to come out in the forefront. So that requires us to also bring out that side. And if we are, you want to get that back. And how? Wow. You are the wonder. You know what you want and why you want it, how you want it, and when you want it. You are that wonder to this person in any relationship. When someone looks at you, you are exactly what they want. Now it's all about, is it what they need too? It's like having that balance. What we want is also what we need. Or a lot of times what they say, sometimes what we want is not always what we need. So now that's going to be what is going to be expressed. What is it that you want? And then what is it that you need? So that way, those two concepts will not just be one or the other. It's going to be tied in. All right, yeah, we getting somewhere, right? Oh, okay. Because that's what is the foundation of this whole thing that you and Pisces and Soulmate are facing. Facing the reality of what you've been making as a foundation, it took you and another person. Yes, you see this farm, and a farm is not an easy thing to find. For one, I know I live in the city, and it would take me to go outside of the urban neighborhood to find a farmer's market, or a farm. And like any farmer, they will tell you, and this is something that you're facing, that whatever you've been fighting for, whatever you've been growing, it's not requiring of you to only be the one to make this farm marketable or to make your crops marketable. Again, when a farmer farms, they know exactly what seeds to plant. They know exactly what nourishment, what water to give it. And it took a team to make sure that it came into fruition. That's what is really being addressed. You are seeing that a relationship is not just you by yourself. It is you and another person. If that was the case, then we wouldn't have this karmic relationship as the topic. It would have been a love life, how you look at love. But again, this is on having equilibrium when it comes to face value, what really matters to both you and another person. And seeing that if you are doing something, they have to do something as well. If you're facing your fears when it comes to mending and healing a relationship, they have to face their fears as well. They can't just turn their back and expect you to put in the full effort. Because if a farmer just put in the full effort and its cattle did not do it, then the crops really wouldn't grow. It would grow, it would look like it was half done. And no one wants to feel like their efforts are half done or seen as half done, because it took all of you to put in that work. So, in the third week of March, you're becoming more attuned with what you want to charge ahead when it comes to a karmic relationship. You're seeing that you are intelligent in making the right decisions and what kind of direction you want to take a relationship. You want to get back what you give. So you're showing your ideas, or you're looking at what is idealistic when it comes to addressing this conversation or addressing this type of relationship. So, an event that occurs with great speed. This can be, again, the air sign of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. That's going to come towards you and acknowledge that whatever you've been facing, they recognize that, for one, you shouldn't have to face it alone because you weren't alone in that relationship. You were with another. And that person is starting to accept that they have a part in this relationship. It's not just one-sided. I could point fingers at what this person could do, yet they know that they also have to acknowledge that they got to put in that effort. So they're going to come to you in the 3rd week of March and address this to you and tell you that they're going to start to take the time to carefully review their options, just like you're carefully reviewing your options. And again, options can be either this connection is made to cure, or this connection is going to make the crops corrupt. So again, if you're bringing dedication, loyalty to this relationship and it's feeling one-sided, your option, like anybody else, would be leaving the situation. So they may be concerned about you walking away, or you are thinking about walking away. So you're taking the time to carefully review your options and you're making a creative solution for it. So rather than just cut the ties and just say, not do anything or not address it, you're like, wait, how can I communicate this? So that way they understand that before I actually do make a decision to walk away, they at least can get that acknowledgement on why I feel this way. Oh, okay, thank you. It's the books. I'm only here to read. And thank you for that. So you are doing your homework. Pisces, soulmate. You are course watchers. You are doing your homework. You're doing your research. You hold the secrets to the solution. You held these secrets in for a long time. You have probably strategized and thought about this for the last 8 days or 8 months even. So this relationship is not what they call it, a temporary or some what they call it, if it was a dating scenario, it would be considered like dainty, like kind of light. This is not some light relationship, obviously. This is a relationship that's been going on strong for the last 8 months to probably even 8 years. So you know what you put in. You studied this person. You know this person inside and out. You took the time to understand what makes them tick, what makes them go, what makes them feel good about themselves, what makes them not feel good. But as you were going through all this research, what you were realizing that now you want to take the time to research yourself. Now that's where that options are coming from. Taking the time to say, well, what is it that I do want? What is it that I do need from a relationship? And you're going to start reading books on it. You're going to start going into a computer database or Google or anything that is social, YouTube, researching like, what is it? Based on what I want and what I need, where does it lead me towards? What would it take me to physically embark on that? And you're going to start making those changes. So if you wanted a healthy relationship, what you're going to do is, you tired of talking, you're saying, well, how can I physically show what I mean? So anybody that comes into my atmosphere or into my environment based on how I treat myself would show them how I do want to be treated. Again, that give and receive. So now you're doing your homework on yourself. And you're seeing that learning all there is to know about a topic which is about you, your own truth. what you consider valuable, what you consider something you want to truly start. You're going to go back to school. You're going to go back to basics. That means when we went to school, when it was a topic, what did we have to do? First, we had to write the title of the topic. Based on that title that we gave the topic, gave us a direction on how we was going to embark on the research. So if this is what you're doing, you're starting to write out what is it that you want to do as your title, as your topic, as your trend. And then that's going to be the very thing that you're going to be training yourself into. If this means going back to school, you're going to see that what kind of school do you want to go to and why? Is it in your environment? If it's not a particular school, maybe you want to go into a curriculum or a program that really brings out your star within you outside of yourself. You're going to step into programs, curriculums, going on retreats that require you to be out in nature. It's like getting a revival, a rebirth of yourself. And as you're rebirthing yourself and reviving yourself, you're going to have that strength to move towards it. This is that strength. You have the lion. You are that leader. You're taking the lead in your life. Because no longer are you're looking at it like, okay, did I do enough? No, you did enough that you were supposed to do. It was to show you that you do have the strength to move forward, with or without this person. You have that tunnel vision to go. You have that doorway. You have unlocked the key to your strength to know that you are courage. So, great inner strength is going to take place in the 3rd week of March. You're releasing any harsh judgments in regards to any relationship. And you're seeing that forgiveness and compassion is going to give you that antidote. Again, when you're communicating, you're not coming from an angry place. You're not even coming from a guilty perspective. You're coming from a mature understanding of what you no longer will tolerate and settle for. That's not selfish. That's not being silly. That's actually being your authentic self. You're forgiving that you had to face things that may have been unfair. You're having compassion that you hold the compass. You are the atlas to direct exactly where you want to go. So as you're doing that, if this is in regards to an air sign that has Leo in their chart, because air signs opposite energy is Leo, or fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're seeing that by showing this person that you hold physical strength, that would explain why they're going to be awakened. Look at that. I didn't even recognize this. You're now stepping in the 4th week of March. You're stepping into the 12th house of Pisces. You're in your own house. You're stepping into awakening what has been awaiting for you this whole time. You're awakening your true value. You're becoming what you physically consider valuable to you. Not to anybody else, but to you. And you're becoming more active in that approach. So, you're looking at things from a different perspective. That would explain that Knight of Air. Charging towards what gives you acknowledgement. So, a temporary standstill. Again, before you move ahead, you stood still. You stood your ground. You listened. You heard. And you thought. Now you're going to know how to take action, when, where, why. And as you're doing that, it is important to always be yourself. Because at the end of the day, when things are addressed, you want to feel that, again, you did all that you could. Now it's just up to you to stand in it and be okay with that. Because as you are standing in what is truthful to you, you're going to be victorious. You're going to get that victory that you've been wanting from this person. Even you're going to get the victory within yourself by seeing yourself as the awakened one. By seeing that you are not just a starter, but you are that star. And that whatever you feel synchronized to do, and what you want to start and what you do want to face, you're going to get that victory. So in 6 days from now, so we're in the 24th, the 6th day, you're going to see victory. You're going to receive, because 6th house is about Virgo, give and receive. So you're going to receive good news, and it's going to be in its way, on its way, and it's going to be publicly recognized and rewarded. So if this is what you've been starting as, not just in a relationship, but a relationship that you are creating in the world, because you are the wonder of the world. Whatever you have been starting in your atmosphere, in your environment, in 6 days, you're going to come face to face with your victory. People in your environment are going to give you praise for what you've been practicing, what you've been preparing for. Why? Because your life experience, look at that. Your life experience dealing with karmic relationships, dealing with what makes you fired up to face yourself, it's going to be the very formula that people are looking for in solving their own personal relationships with not just themselves, but outside of themselves. They're going to see that your life experiences is that victory. By you letting out what you have learned based on your life, it's going to lead you to not only victory, but it's going to lead you to your next life purpose. Your life purpose can possibly be of you spreading the word of what you had to face and how you overcame or overcome those challenging roads. So, a significant life event, and you know what that is going to cause you to become more powerful in your revelation, to give that rebirth, that regeneration. So, it is there to give you that lead to change. So, time to spread your wings. As you're spreading your wings, wow, you're going to become that queen of air. You're going to be communicating very articulately what has made you anchored, what made you active in going after what really feels right for you. And you're going to be stepping in as very independent. Going towards April, in the first week of April, you're going to be shown as independent, experienced, active in how you keep things real in life. And you're going to be witty on the way you word things. That would explain how communication was necessary based on who and whom you had to face. Maybe the way you faced communication was settled, but now you found a way to not only communicate with this person, but to show that you do understand this person. But you know that just because you understand does not mean that you're there to undergo unfair treatment either. And that's what you're seeing as that wittiness about you. You are very wise. If this is that air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, they're going to come to you in the first week of April to communicate to you how much they have seen you grown, how much they recognize that you are moving the way you said you was going to move. They just thought maybe that was a matter of fact type of way. So when they come to you, they're going to communicate how your objective decision making has made them want to change up their viewpoints on relationships. A lot of times it takes you to become that change for others to change. And as you are making that change, they're going to come to you and say how you have cleared away all that no longer serve them as well. And you're seeing the humor in the whole situation. And I feel in my mind's eye that you knew that the changes you wanted to make, you were wondering, is it going to affect that person too? Oh, yes, it did. It made them not want to just be a knight anymore. It made them want to mature and to become a queen and king of air. So if they were knightly or they weren't showing enough communication to you on how they felt about you, they're going to express that. So from doing that, they see you and you're seeing yourself first before this person sees you. You're recognizing yourself from the way you have studied yourself, the way you have researched what you want and what you need. You are becoming the manifester. You are becoming the queen of earth. Yes, you are thoughtful. You have always been thoughtful. Yes, you are starting to bring out your creativeness, but now you're pushing towards creating that based on your life experience. So you're seeing that what you had to connect to or correlate to is going to be the very thing that is going to give you that creation that you needed to get that victory. So yes, you're seeing that you are warm, but you're bringing out your warm quality. You're bringing out your sensible nature. And as you're doing that, in the first week of April, you're going to make time for those around you. And people in your environment are going to make time for you as well. It's not just one way. People in your environment are going to come to you, giving you attention and time. And they're going to take a sensible approach to how to truly serve you or satisfy you, I should say. So, yes, you had to deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner because you're bringing in abundance. And when a person brings in abundance the way you are, that meant that you had to experience unfairness to understand how to be fair, how to receive fairness. And from that, you're going to receive very tangible gifts in the material plane because everything that was withdrawn or was not given to you are going to come to you tenfold. And you don't barely have to lift a finger. You see this? You barely have to put that much effort. And then everything that you want and need is going to come to you because you did the homework. Your homework is causing you to see that those options that was in your atmosphere is going to be cut down to 2. So, if this is in regards to a relationship, if this person had options, or if you had options, you're seeing that those options were there to show you. Each one had a trait that you wanted in one person. Again, you had to experience that in your world. What did that mean? If you needed a venture, it was a person that came into your world that showed you a venture. If you wanted to bring out your creativity, it was another person that brought out your creativity. If you wanted to express your feelings, it was a person that expressed their feelings. If you wanted someone to be that go-getter, they showed you how to be a go-getter. Yet, each one, as much as they had that strength, they also had weaknesses. It showed you what you want, but what you did not need. What you needed, but what you did not want. So again, it was okay. Everything happens for a reason. You had to see all these aspects of others to understand what is it that is a whole package for you. What does your soul really feel aligned with? So, even though this person had options, or even if you had options, you're seeing that it's only one person that catches your eye. And this person is recognizing that through their options as well. You are the person that really catches their eye. You are that passionate purpose that they've been looking for, that they've been searching for. Yes, it took them to search outside of you. But when we search outside of another person, it shows us what we've been looking for that whole time. And when that happens, that's when that aha moment comes into play. So, plans that need revision. You know what you want to revive and what you want to redirect in your life. And the more that's going on that meets the eye is based on the energy that it took to get there. Everything takes steps. And you're seeing that your life required you to take the leadership or the lead and how you want to navigate it. So if there was poor timing, meaning maybe you and a Libra, 7th house is Libra, maybe a Libra in your environment, again, 1 plus 6 is 7. An air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This Libra they have the scales. They were probably weighing the pros and cons. Because when they love hard. Maybe that was something that they didn't say. So let's see what karmic blessings are going to come from this acknowledgement. Because again, this person is your soulmate. A soulmate is, again, even though it says karmic, a karmic is what we give and receive. But a soulmate is the same thing. It's just that they mirror exactly what we're giving. So that may have required you to have all the strength in the world to know when to step off and when to start loving yourself and start doing for yourself. Wow. You're in the house of Venus. You are beauty. You are cherishing by your actions, because when you take that action and be victorious in it, it's based on spiritually how you cherish yourself and how you create that cherish of yourself on the outside. Mentally, you're going to start enjoying what matters to you. You're only going to be around people, places, and things that really resemble what matters to you. You're no longer going to deal with what kinda, no, it's no kinda anymore. What you enjoy is what you're going to endorse and embark in. And physically, you're seeing that you are the charm. You are that walking art. You are beauty. And beauty is the way to go. Because behind the scenes, you are seeing that you are attractive, that you are pleasure, and that you should and deserve good times. And it's coming to you. You're recognizing that you are active in the planet of Aries. By your actions, again, this is actions. You're seeing that spiritually you hold the willpower. Look at that, the strength card, Aries. So you not only are a leader, but you're active in what you're doing. Again, that's where that victory comes into play. You're seeing that you hold the willpower to walk in what you want to do and why you need to do it. Mentally, you're seeing that what you want or what you think and know about is exactly how you're going to navigate. So physically, do it your own way. That would explain why you are the great manifester, why you become the queen and king of earth. Do it your way. Like Usher say, I want it my way. Behind the scenes, as you're doing things in your own light, you're seeing that you hold the energies to meet the challenge head on. You're meeting that challenge head on. You're seeing that mentally you have the desires regarding what you feel honest and strength in. Honest and strength in. How does this influence you? Wow, in the house of Gemini, the air sign. The air sign is going to recognize that you hold the information and you know how to explain what you want and what you need very well. And not just explain it, you know actually how to show it too. You did a show and tell on them. And as you're showing them in a spiritual way, spiritually you're communicating. You see how that you awakened how to communicate more effectively in a way where it results from the fluctuations, again, from that tug of war with others. You've seen exactly what way or what dialect to talk in. How you discovered that dialect of language is based on what you want to be known. Look at that, that want and need. What you want to be known. Behind the scenes, you know what is to believe, what is to truly be believed about. You're using the quickest way, you're using the quickest way, communication, social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, blogging, writing, anything that is broadcasting, because that is a way of which you're going to showcase what you have learned to the masses and get the material gains. You see that whatever you have faced, others really do want to hear about it. And you know how to be more diplomatic on the way you word things. So if you're thinking about doing a blog, if you're thinking about using social media in a way to not only showcase what you have gone through, but to see it as a stepping stone for others, it's going to be successful. So if this reading resonates with you, press the like button, share, and subscribe. If this reading did not resonate with you, that is okay. Look in the other doorways, in the other dimensions towards the Akashic Records of Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Libra, Leo. Look at those and see if they can give you a footnote. Thank you, guys. Give you a footnote on what not only are you facing, but it can give you a formula of how to move forward. If you would like to receive a personal reading from me, look in the description box below to see how we can commune with each other and kinetically connect on this new adventure. I love you. I love you. I love you, Pisces. You are the philanthropist of passion. You are that purpose that people do look at and look forward to. Cross watchers, thank you for entering the doorway towards the Akashic Records. You have given the energy and the engine to unravel the envelope of Pandora's box. We